Give us this day our daily jank, and forgive us our misplays, as we forgive those who misplay against us. And lead us not into homogenization, but deliver us under budget. For mine is the kingdom, and the power, but not the power 9, forever and ever. Jank on.
Our Daily Jank.
Greetings, dungeon dwellers. Welcome to Our Daily Jank, a weekly broadcast about my favorite kind of magic card. I am your host, the Demon. Here's your dungeon weather forecast for the week. Looks like there's a spore cloud rolling through that'll render combat useless until Friday. I hear Fumiko is way mad. In community news, the protest for world peace that was scheduled for Wednesday afternoon has been cancelled. Instead, we'll be gathering at the same time and place to once again protest the banning of Jeweled Lotus. Be the change you want to see in the world. Today's jank comes from patron Pajamicus Fleck, aka Dylan. Koskun Falls. Koskun Falls is an enchantment for 2 and 2 black. The oracle text reads, at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice this enchantment unless you tap an untapped creature you control. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature they control that's attacking you. Think on what sins you'll commit with this while we gaze at the art. A waterfall cuts through a winter landscape by Rob Alexander. Mountains above, pine forest below. But what are these Koskun Falls? I asked my Vorthos minion, Kerry Thomas, keeper of MTGlore.com, for an assist. Kerry shared that Koskun, a region in the plain of Ogrotha, was introduced in a beautifully 90s promo video for Homelands. It is described as a den of villainy and home of goblins ruled over by Aaron the Relentless, the immortal king of goblins. David Bowie secret lair, anyone? Quoting Carrie here, a more fleshed out version of Aaron's backstory clarifies that the reason he received his immortality was as a randomized form of payment for stealing a tome from Grandmother Sengia's library on behalf of another wizard. The location of Koskun Falls in specific is guarded by Aaron's soldiers as part of a territorial dispute between him and Baron Sengia, who maintain a strange rivalry as immortals on the plane. The flavor justification for the mechanical penalty is that you must assign your creature to stand guard over this valuable passage in the Koskun Mountains, lest the Baron decide to march his army through to assault you directly. Paying 2 mana for each undead he wants to send your way may be just enough of a deterrent to secure you 1 more turn and 1 more day as the ruler of Koskun Keep. Endeth quoteth. My appreciation for this card hath been enriched. Thank you, Kerry. Find more of Kerry's work at mtglore.com. Dylan writes, Koskun Falls gets you Pillow Fort in black. Plus, you get to teach the youngs at your table about world enchantments. Hell yeah, Dylan. Why run blue or white for effects like ghostly prison or propaganda when you could be tapping your creatures with this? I'm obsessed. Let's see if it passes the Jank test. Question 1. Have I heard of it? Unfortunately, I have heard of this card, so Dylan's submission doesn't quite stimulate my dopamine receptors. Yay. Question 2. Is it optimal? Tapping one of your blockers each turn is a heavy cost to pay, especially if you're doing the Pillow Fort thing. Not to mention it's 4 mana. If you run out of blockers, this goes away. Not optimal. Question 3. Is it more than 79 cents? Scryfall shows me $11. $2.45? Dylan, what have you done? Yay, nay, yay means bourgeois jank. It may be pricey, but it is pretty janky. Thanks for the submission, Dylan. You know, you can watch Dylan face my judge's tower in the video linked here if you want to see what wicked mind brought this card to me. Did you hear that? A bell, yes, but it drips with something nameless, shapeless, the foul formation of a creeping dread. Let's stop for today. I am scared. But first, a word from our sponsors. Our Daily Jank is brought to you by DCI. Dungeon Cruelty Innovations has been at the forefront of pain delivery technology for longer than anyone else in the business. And they want to know, when is a wheel of pain more than just a wheel of pain? The answer? When it has a little number on it. Introducing serialized torture devices. Instill a sense of pride in your dungeon masters and subjects with these one-of-a-kind torture machines. They look super cool and function just like a regular one. Find DCI's booth at DungeonCon next week and give their products a spin. We are also brought to you by Dragon Shield. Shop dragonshield.com using code JANKLORD5 for 5% off the strongest sleeves in the multiverse. There you'll find exclusive Quest for the Janklord designs. Yum! And finally, all things Janklord are made possible by our patrons. Send me some money and I'll send you a postcard. I'll also take your jank suggestions for this show at patreon.com/janklord. And now, to end this broadcast, a benediction taken from the card Amphin Cutthroat. A 2/4 with no abilities, just a lot of flavor text. The Amphin have long built their society in secret. While surface dwellers squabbled over trivial borders, they patiently expanded, building their Ammonite temple caves. Now, Amphin priests eye the shore, and Amphin hunters good for war. From Crypto Histories by Gore Moldrak. Glory be.
Our Daily Jank is a production of Quest for the Janklord. It is produced, written, and hosted by The Demon. It is edited by The Demon's Minions. You can find us on YouTube, Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok, Pinterest, Substack, MySpace, Tumblr, Flickr, LinkedIn, Reddit, Snapchat, Letterboxd, and wherever you find your podcasts. Do you have jank the demon doesn't know about? Share your knowledge for the great work at patreon.com/janklord. We'll see you next week.